What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Inside Lines podcast. And ho, 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 Merry Christmas, y'all. Welcome to our Christmas episode. We are so excited to have you on. I'm your host, Atoya Burleson.
And I am Avril.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about all things Christmas. You're going to get to know what was that, Tia?
Let's give them a quick disclaimer. Y'all know this is the episode that comes out the day after Christmas. Okay, so keep in mind, we just didn't want to leave y'all hanging. You know, the holidays is going, but you still need your little getaway, right? Like to listen to some fun people. So we're recording early for the day after Christmas episode, the 26th. But it's still a holiday, y'all. So we got a fun episode planned for y'all.
That's right. It's the holiday season. This gives you guys an opportunity to get to know another side of us that we haven't necessarily talked about. So here we go. You ready, Tia?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's get into it. Let's talk about what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Okay. So I'm an old school girl. And this may sound a little cheesy, but I still like the Home Alone franchises. Okay. Yeah. Like, and the kids love them too. I did not know they had like 5. I like the first 4. Okay. But yeah, so like my favorite, like it does not feel like Christmas until I watch any of the Home Alone series movies.
You know
what about you?
You can't go wrong with Home Alone. That is a classic. We grew up on that. That is definitely one of my faves as well. If I were to throw it back even further, I might go into like, you remember the old school, like Frosty the Snowman's, the Grinch That Stole Christmas, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I remember those vividly, and those always stuck in my head when I was a little kid. But if I fast forward to an adult, I love The Best Man Holiday. That is one of my favorite all-time adult movies.
Yeah, that was good. Best Man Holiday and the series, like the limited series they released last year. Like those were great.
Those were amazing.
Yes.
Okay,
Frosty,
let's back it up a little bit. I know you remember the old school. Remember the
Frosty and Peanuts.
Yes, those are classics. My kids be looking at me like, "Mom, I can't. Why do they move like that? I can't believe y'all used to watch
y'all gonna watch this, but y'all gonna watch it now."
Right, real talk. Okay, let's talk about family traditions. What are your family traditions during the Christmas season?
So now, yes, all the holiday movies, right? Like the kids and stuff are watching it. Yeah. But I like partaking in all of the holiday festivities. So here in Seattle is Snowflake Lane. So we always, 2 days before. Yeah. So 2 days before, Snowflake Lane ends on Christmas Eve. So usually we go the day before Christmas Eve, do dinner down there, Snowflake Lane, all the things with the kids. But also, so I told y'all about Halloween where Cliff is like, we didn't do this growing up, whatever. Well, Christmas is my time to shine, right? So the house is decorated. We doing all the cheesy stuff. I did try to get rid of Elf on the Shelf this year. My kids were like, no, you just move.
Pause that one. We're going to come back to that one. Okay. We're going to come back to that.
Okay, I'll share that later. But I like creating just like the new traditions with my family, given that we're so far away from our immediate family. Yeah. So we kind of got to make it festive and feel jolly.
Yeah. Agreed.
What are some traditions that you like, no matter what your kids are looking at you crazy if you don't do?
Girl, well, I make them help me with the tree even when they don't want to. Like, even I'm like, y'all gonna at least pull this bad boy in. Y'all gonna participate somehow. But I don't like them to necessarily help me decorate it because I'm very OCD and anal when it comes to my decoration. They have to be placed in the right place, spacious, like everything has to make sense. So even I don't say anything when they do it, but when they leave and go to school, I fix it. But anyways, that's a whole
okay.
That is the tree. Aside from that, we usually do a Christmas Eve dinner together. And we also bake cookies and decorate them. And then one thing we do is I always let them open one gift the night before, just one little, but it's not like they're big gifts. It's just a simple little sweet gift of something that they weren't expecting. So they look forward to that. It's like I guess it anticipates, like when they open up that one, it's like, okay, I'm ready to go to bed because I want to really see what I got.
See what else is here. Yeah.
It's just something fun that we do. And just we always, when they were a little younger, I would make those small little, do you remember those little cakes? The little Pillsbury cakes? We would make a cake and we do a happy birthday Jesus cake.
Wait a minute. No.
We sure did. We would make the little Pillsbury cakes and they would decorate it. And it was the ugliest decorations ever.
But it was for Jesus. So it
you
was
know
beautiful.
What's so funny? My oldest son, Nate, he actually asked me, he's like, hey, Mom, how come we don't ever do the happy birthday Jesus cake? I'm like, y'all still want to do that? I thought y'all was too old for that. And me is like, I didn't get to do it that much. Why are we not doing it no more? Yeah, I feel like I missed out on everything. I'm like, girl, bye. You spoiled. Anyways. But yeah, I may try to bring that back this year just because he brought it up. I was actually surprised. But we do. We make the Pillsbury cake. They add the oil and the water and the eggs and they stir it. They put it in the oven. We wait for it to bake and then they decorate it. And it's so ugly, but it was just, they love doing it. So I just let them do it.
I like that. I like when they ask for stuff that you think that they may have outgrown.
Yes.
Right? Because it makes you feel, it makes your heart flutter a little bit like, oh, they actually had a good time doing that. Like, let's do it again.
Because they never really say, so you don't even know, right? So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on to Christmas eats. What's some of your favorite Christmas eats? Or do you have like a favorite on Christmas? I know Thanksgiving's a little different. So tell me the difference between yours.
So in the past, it was never really too different. Like you would have the same foods, almost the same foods you would have on Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. But we did start doing, because y'all know we are heavy seafood eaters. I like a nice little fried lobster on Christmas Day.
How do you fry lobster?
You just make a little tempura batter. So let's be clear. I have the people at the fish market go ahead and remove the lobster from the shell for me. Because listen, now he gonna bring the shell. I mean, I'm gonna bring the shell with me, but he gonna remove it for me. And then I literally just have to batter it and drop it in there.
There. Okay. Yeah. That's actually really cool. I haven't thought of that. Yeah, I have to think of something like that for maybe something we can add to it. I feel like, so what I do not do turkey during Christmas.
Yeah, because it's just too much.
It's just like I had enough of that, because you have it on Thanksgiving, then you have the day after Thanksgiving, then you have the day after the Thanksgiving, after the Thanksgiving, then you're like, oh, so I'm sick of it. So my son loves a ham, my candied ham. So I do usually candied ham and I do fried chicken and that's it. That's it for my
nice.
For my meats. And then I do my greens and my yams and my mac and cheese. I cannot not do my mac and cheese. My kids would disown
kill
me.
You. So okay, but question, what do you do for breakfast though?
So breakfast, I just do like a simple brunch. It's easy. I literally pull out I make a little like a little fruit display. Everything is just easy. They can just grab and go. I don't do a lot for eat breakfast a lot because we usually try to eat by like 3:00. And then people can lay around. And then if you want to eat later, you can eat later. We lounge. That day is just like lounge.
Super chill.
I just do like a light. They can come in there and munch on stuff. While I'm in the kitchen cooking, they can come in there and eat and talk. We talk for a little bit and then they can move on out. But there's no cooking breakfast. It's just it's nice and simple.
I would cook breakfast only because which I should have mentioned this before, but we do have a tradition of making red velvet pancakes for Christmas morning.
Okay.
So they look forward to that. And it's a cake mix that you make into pancakes kind of thing. But if I don't make it, they'd be looking at me like, well, wait, what?
That's
Christmas morning is not starting. Yeah.
I love that. That's super cute. And as they get older, because yours are still a little younger, they don't even wake up till about 11, 12. It's crazy now. Christmas doesn't even start here till the afternoon. Let's be clear. It's like, and they're little, they're up early. You like just finishing like wrapping gifts and they waking up.
And they waking up, yeah.
Bruh. Like, give me a second. Not
and
anymore.
They look cute for a little bit longer.
Right? Not anymore. You be waiting for them to get up. Like, if y'all get up, I put all this effort and energy. Y'all better get up and open these gifts.
That is hilarious.
So yes, that is the Christmas eats section for us. What about decorating your tree? When do you decorate the tree? What's your rule?
So typically it is the beginning of November. So
okay. The beginning of November? So before Thanksgiving?
Yeah, because I've already suffered through Halloween and like not decorating and stuff. So I'd be ready. This year we were a little bit late. I mean, we were a lot late this year, but typically early November I want it up. We'll talk about when we take it down later. But yeah, I want the house to feel festive for at least 2 months, 2.5.
You crack me up with suffering. I think that is hilarious. So I have a question. So if Cliff doesn't like to celebrate Halloween and he doesn't want the kids to, does that mean you can't do it either? Or do you like sneak off to like adult events and just don't say nothing?
So it depends. So if there's like a big Halloween party or something like that, then I'll do that. My niece's birthday is November 2nd. So sometimes the weekend is a Halloween thing. So she'll do like a haunted house birthday party, a costume party, something like that. I will do that. But we try to respect each other's situation because it's really with the kids, like you don't want the kids doing it. So like I try not to throw it in the kids' face because they be looking at me like, "Mom, like where you going? What you dressed up for?"
That is hilarious. Okay, tell me, when do you take the tree down?
You said it's up for a couple months. End of January. Yeah, I tell I tell the decorator, I want to be the first on your list to put up and the last to take down. Okay. Keep it up, okay?
You're gonna have to give people a shout out to your decorator. So if they like, say if they in the area, they don't want to decorate or they don't really know what to do, have somebody slide up in there.
I sure will, because he is amazing. He'll do the railings, the outdoor, the tree. And this year I did 2 trees, tablescape, all the things. So I'll be sure to drop that in the comments. So, but what about you? Because you are a decorator and you decorate for all the holidays. So when do you put your tree up?
Listen, I start in September. I'm like, got the fall leaf wreaths up. Then I move into Halloween with my porch and all the decorations. And then on November 1, I have all my Thanksgiving decorations up. And then the day after Thanksgiving, boop, my Christmas decorations go up. That Friday, I am pulling stuff out from the garage, the basement, having my boys go in and pull the big tree out. That is the day that they call it Black Friday. That's decorating Friday for me. Okay. I love it. It is just my tradition. And I put my Christmas music on immediately and I just transition right into Christmas. And they are like, this woman's crazy, but they love it. Cause when I tell you, they be looking forward to it. They do. They really do. So
it don't even feel like Christmas till it come out for them, I'm sure.
Exactly. And then as far as taking it down, that varies for me. It can be mid-January. Usually like mid-January, I start getting the itch and I'll start like removing stuff slowly but surely. But I don't do it all on one day. It's just like, oh, let me take this stuff out of the bathrooms. Oh, let me take this off the display dining room table. Oh, you go
to the bathrooms too. I forgot.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't show you my Santa. I have Santa Lane in between my staircases when you walk in my house. I have a whole black Santa Lane, girl. I was not playing.
Okay. You have to send me pictures of that. I didn't know that. Okay.
Listen, so I have to do removal for me takes days. It's like sometimes I'll find stuff. I'm like, oh, I forgot I put that there. And like, I'll have to take it down. It takes a few days for me to take everything down. But so it's gradual starting right around mid-January. I start removing everything. Okay. So you talked about this a little bit. You talked about Elf on the Shelf. I was going to ask you if you do Elf on the Shelf and when you got into it. So clearly you do it, which I wasn't sure if you did or not. So that's good to know. Yeah. Tell me when you started doing Elf on the Shelf.
Elf on the Shelf. It had to been the first year I had Xander. So 8 years ago. And yes, they were full-fledged. Sometimes I would forget to move the elf around, all the things. The last couple years, people been doing like all these tricks and, the elf got into this, that, or the third. So I have trying to, embark upon that. But this year, so they know the elf don't really have any magic. So I just left the damn thing in the box. And Zay came and Zay was like, Mom, where's the elf? I was like, oh, I didn't know y'all wanted me to do the elf. He was like, yeah, I mean, it's fun finding where he is the next morning. So yeah, bring the elf out. So I sure did. I brought the damn elf back out.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, have you seen on social media the mom that's sleeping in her bed and she heard her daughter get up and she got up, she jumped up out of her bed, she ran to the stairs, she mushed her daughter to the ground, ran down the stairs to move the elf in time because she forgot to move it. When I say I was hollering, I said, see, that's exactly why I don't do the Elf on the Shelf, because that would be me. I would be forgetting. It's too much other stuff going on. I was crying, laughing. I thought that was the funniest thing.
Listen,
the girl was coming down like, Mom, why do you do that? It was so funny.
But that is true. You got to set an alarm because you will forget that you It's because you got to put the kids down and then move the damn thing. And sometimes you put the kids down and you get in the shower and you get in their bed because you're used to that routine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my kids been calling me out because the elf was in the same spot 2 days in a row this week.
Not 2 days in a row.
Girl. I was like, ain't he supposed to move? I'm like, he wanted to stay there. He liked that spot. He could see the whole room from that spot.
I cannot.
But did you ever do it? Because maybe for Mia, because I feel like Nate and Nehemiah are probably too old.
I never did it. I remember when Elf on the Shelf came out. And when they first came out with Elf on the Shelf, they didn't have a black elf. And you know me, I'm a huge representation matters. Clearly by my black Santa lane that I have in my my house. I got black Santas, black angels all over my house. That's just how I roll. They didn't have one. And so I just never did it. And so when they finally came out with one, by that time I was like, man, I ain't got time for that.
Past it.
Like,
we definitely have a black elf.
So I never did it. But yeah, that's the one thing I just never really got into.
Oh,
okay. We're going to switch it up a little bit. I need you to tell me what's one of the worst Christmas experiences that you remember?
As an adult or
either or.
Period?
Yeah. Something that just sticks out to you. Like, I'll never forget this.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I have never forget this moment.
Okay.
So this is when I was a kid and still believing in Santa. Okay.
Okay.
And I knew that Santa didn't get all the gifts. My mom used to try to make us think Santa got all the gifts, but I saw some in the closet one day, so I already knew, And I woke up one Christmas morning and there were not the gifts weren't out there. Okay. Because, the Santa gifts, they're not wrapped. They're just, kind of in your section outside of your, by your tree or whatever. And there's four of us. So
what do you mean they're not wrapped?
So my mom, the gifts from her and my stepfather, she would wrap. But the ones from Santa, she would not wrap. So you would have this huge section of stuff from Santa, but it was out in the open kind of thing.
Okay.
And girl, I woke up one morning because to your point, kids are antsy and they're just excited. Girl, I woke up, it was like 6 something because it was daylight. I go downstairs, ain't nothing down there. And the adults, because my cousin was living with us and she was an adult, the 3 of them, they sitting downstairs looking stressed. And they like, go back to sleep. So, I'm looking a little crazy, but I go back to sleep. Well, later I found out is they had put all of the gifts in storage. And they didn't know that the storage gate was closed. And the code wasn't working. So they had to wait until 8:00 when they could get somebody on the emergency line to open the door. To unlock the gate so that they can get all the gifts out of storage. And that's when I found out Santa Claus wasn't real.
Oh, that would be mortified. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Girl, and they just knew. They was like, I got 4 kids. We don't got no place to hold or to hide these gifts. Let me put them in the storage. Yeah. So
that's when you knew officially. You said you were 10?
I don't remember exactly how old I was.
Okay.
I wasn't in middle school. I was still in elementary school. But yeah, girl.
That's a crazy
What about
story.
you? What was your worst Christmas experience?
I would say, for me, finding out that Santa wasn't real, I remember asking my mom for this. It was a little cute brown baby doll called a My Child. And they had this soft, I don't even know how you explain the skin, but she just looked like a brown girl with her nose, her features. I just absolutely loved her. And I begged my mom for this My Child. I'm like, please, Mom, can you please ask Santa to give me this? That's the only thing I want for Christmas. And she was, and I'm not a real doll person, but I remember seeing her and I was mesmerized that she looked like me, like, ooh. Girl. So my mom would always tell me, well, you better do good. You better listen or Santa's not going to bring it. Okay, Mom. So I remember we went to the grocery store and then we were taking everything out. And no. We went to the grocery store. We came home. My mom was like, go get the rest of the stuff out the car. So I ran to the car. Everybody's putting everything out. I popped the trunk button to pull the groceries out. And my child was sitting there like this.
Oh.
And I was like, I told my sister, Danielle, come look. The My Child is in the trunk. Mom bought it. It's in the bag of the store, everything. It's like, Santa's not real. And my sister's like, yes, he is. Yes, he is. I'm like, no, he's not. Like, and my sister's older than me, but she's trying to tell me it's real. And I'm like, nah, y'all can't bamboozle me no more. And so I remember going in and picking it up and going and bringing it to my mom. And she's like, where'd you get that? It's like, Mom, you bought this at the store. And I was she's like, no, that's not for you. That's for someone else. I was giving it.
That was a good one.
I was like, And I was like, I don't believe you. So I looked at the little name on the doll, and she told me to put it back in the trunk. I said, this doll shows up on Christmas with this same name. I know she lying. And that doll sure did show up. And I just looked at my mom like,
did she try to say it was from Santa?
Yeah. All the gifts say to Atoya from Santa, to Danielle from Santa, to Joey from Santa. They all, my parents just made everything from Santa, but I was looking at her Santa. Like, got it. That's when you realize your parents really think that you may not be smart, but you are. You know how parents really think that you don't know, but you're like, but I'm not that. Come on, stop.
I'm the parent that does that now.
So that's your MO. It's like, they're like, no, you're not fooling me, Mom. That was my worst Christmas ever. But when I tell you I kept that my child all the way, I took it to college with me. That was my favorite doll, y'all. It was my favorite doll. All right. Tell me about your best Christmas ever.
I don't think I really have a best Christmas ever. I don't think. Oh, okay. I will say this. So, I told y'all I get overly festive for Christmas or whatever.
Yes.
And so usually Clifford, he's not with my shenanigans. Like, he don't care what I do to the house, but his participation, he's just like, okay, whatever, whatever. But the year I finally convinced him to do matching family pajamas.
Ooh.
Because those were cute. Now, if I don't order the pajamas, he looking at me like, you supposed to been ordering them, right? I'm like, oh, you like it too. You like my too. Yeah, so I have not had a bad Christmas ever, but having him like finally participate in the stuff and actually look forward to it has been rewarding. Yeah. What about you?
My best Christmas ever was last year. I don't know if y'all know this, but I mean, since as long as I can remember, from I don't know, college on, I've always hosted a Christmas or cooked for Christmas, had people over for Christmas. And last year, Nate was asked to do the Nickelodeon Christmas Day game for the NFL. And it was in LA. And so they hosted us out there. They flew us all out. We spent, I think it was 2 nights. Was it 2 nights, 3 days in LA? And I did not cook at all, y'all. I still had, so what we did is we left all the gifts here. We flew to LA. We spent Christmas Eve. We went out to dinner. I didn't even know people went to dinner at restaurants on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Like, I thought it'd be like spotty in the restaurants. Them restaurants were packed. And we literally did everything we could possibly do during that time. And I was involved in it. I was involved. It was so I could sit and talk to the kids and hang out. And I was like, why have I not done this ever?
Yeah.
And so now I'm really like intentional about trying not to do everything and spending more time because I had so much fun with my kids. We really enjoyed ourselves, and I enjoyed not cooking for once. I really did. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I was eating and drinking and being merry, okay? Living my best life. So I would say that's my best Christmas ever. And not only for that reason alone, but typically for the entirety of my boys' lives. We've always traveled for AAU basketball on into basketball for high school. And so there was always the holiday tournaments during the season. And we didn't do that, because we actually went to LA. We had to tell the coach, well, we're just not going to be there. Like, and this is why. And what was he going to say? And that was the first time we've ever done that. So I think it's one that they'll remember too, girl. We was doing the most. We was running up and down the halls, timing each other, doing relays in the hotels. We were so crazy, but we had so much fun. So yeah, that was, I'd say, my best Christmas ever.
That is awesome. Awesome.
All right. I want to ask you, do you leave cookies out for Santa?
Girl, yes, I do.
Okay.
I surely do. The kids make them, make and decorate cookies on Christmas Eve. And we leave them out. Yes.
So who eats them? You and Cliff? Both of y'all, or just Cliff, or just you?
Both of us.
Both of us?
Yeah, both of us. Whoever remember at that moment. Like, take a couple bites. Take a couple bites, leave a note from Santa and go about your business. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one more question.
Stuff out like that?
No. I mean, we make cookies, but we don't leave them out. We just eat them ourselves and we either do, sometimes we do milk, but a lot of us are lactose intolerant. So we also do like either hot chocolate or we'll do something different. We'll make like a little something. But yeah, we just eat them. Okay. One more question before we get into the 2-minute drill.
Okay.
Actually, maybe we'll go with 2. What's one Christmas tradition you would want to do away with forever?
Do away with. Okay. Honestly, there's not a tradition I would want to do away forever, but a tradition I would want to bring back.
Okay.
Is caroling. I wish people still walk through neighborhoods caroling.
It's too cold.
I don't care. I want y'all to be bundled up, singing harmonies up and down these streets, okay? Like, I would love that, to just be in the window listening to people caroling. They need to bring that back. But I told y'all I like Christmas, so I don't want to do away with any of the traditions. They all make me smile.
That is true.
Super cheesy ones. Yeah. What about you? True. What would you take away?
Okay, so we're going to talk about this. So when you go to somebody's holiday party and they want to do like a white elephant exchange, and you always got that one ignorant person that brings a terrible gift and you want to just throw that gift upside their head. I want to do away with that. I think it's so terrible and so disrespectful because there's so many people that really took time and really went through and found an amazing gift. And you always have that one jerk that comes in with a terrible gag gift. I want to do away with the white elephant exchange of terrible gifts. They all have to be a certain amount and they all have to be well thought out, like amazing gifts, because sometimes like a person really needs that cheer in their lives. And if you're stuck with that gag gift, I want to find out who you are. And if I have something, you ain't coming ever in life. So do away with the gag gifts.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That stuff drives me crazy. Okay, one more question before we get into the 2-minute drill. What's your favorite thing to do on Christmas? Like your favorite thing in the whole wide world that you love on Christmas Day?
On Christmas Day, honestly, it's the games and stuff we play after all the gifts are open.
Yeah.
So it's like the kids are super excited about the stuff they have, and you really have the entire family like all hands on deck. Like everybody gonna play with the Hot Wheels. Everybody gonna play whatever new game or video game, whatever out. So I enjoy just that that experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the one thing you have to do on Christmas?
My favorite thing to do on Christmas, after I've done all that, is absolutely nothing. And if y'all know Atoya Burleson, that is rare. Okay? When I sit down, I am no longer on duty. I am chilling. I am unbothered. And that is the one time where I just absolutely love it. I don't do nothing.
Yeah.
So, and I'm a busybody. I can always find something to do, but on Christmas, let me tell y'all, after you done wrapped them gifts, after you done cooked, after y'all done ate, had some drinks,
put together
played
toys
games,
and all the other things. Yeah.
Don't bother me. And I might be asleep by 7:30, real talk, because I be tired.
Look, you done stayed up late the night before and got up early.
You know I'm not a night owl to you. You know.
Yeah. I understand.
So that's my favorite thing to do is nothing on Christmas. That's it. I don't even want to open no presents. I just want to just sit there. Okay, so we're gonna do the 2-minute drill, Tia. And I know for Thanksgiving you did the 2-minute drill to me, so I'm gonna ask you questions for Christmas. So are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay,
in the hot seat.
Christmas vacay in Aspen or the Bahamas?
Girl, the Bahamas.
You said that so fast. Okay, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Okay, it's a toss up between Mariah, All I Want for Christmas, and this Christmas Chris Brown version. And I don't want to hear nobody talk about what version they like. Okay, that's the version I like.
Ooh, you don't like the Donny Hathaway version?
I mean, that's like, that's the classic, whatever. But what really get me a little
woo. You like that one?
It's Chris Brown version. Okay, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody.
All right. Okay. Next question. Do you wrap your presents or do you use gift bags?
Oh, I wrap them. You can't use gift bags on Christmas unless you buy for your coworkers.
I agree. It's so disrespectful. Mm-hmm. Okay. Watch Netflix or decorate cookies?
Decorate cookies.
Okay.
Yeah. Decorate cookies.
What's one big gift for Christmas that you would love, or would you prefer no gifts and a vacation?
No gifts and a vacation.
Yeah.
We've been trying to, we've done that for Thanksgiving, just like traveling for the holiday instead of whatever. But Christmas is what I really want to do. Just get away. We're not exchanging gifts. We are having amazing experiences.
I love that. Okay. Do you open gifts at night or only in the morning?
We've done it both.
Okay.
But I'd let the kids lead the charge. If they want to open up one gift the night before, they can. If they don't mention it, then I don't mention it.
Okay. Do you prefer the colored lights outside or the white lights?
On my house, white lights.
Okay.
Going to see other people's houses and the Christmas displays, then yes, the color lights.
I can't stand the colored lights. Okay, next.
Like on your house though, right? Like when the kids want to see the color, but on my house, I need it to be white and clean.
Literally, when I see it, it makes me cringe, but that's okay. I hope I don't offend anyone. Okay, do you prefer eggnog or hot cocoa or hot chocolate?
Hot cocoa. Yeah, okay. Hot cocoa. I am gonna try eggnog espresso martini though. I'm gonna have to post and let y'all know how that turned out.
Oh my God, you will love it.
I never had one. Okay.
You will love it. Nate loves eggnog. He's lactose intolerant. So the only time I go get that lactate eggnog and I make, to your point, where I add the liquor, he loves it.
Okay, so have you tried the almond milk one or the coconut base eggnog yet?
Yes, and they have the liqueurs. You know that, right? Too. They have the liqueurs like that too. I like the lactate just because the lactate one only because it's a little creamier, so it still gives you that eggnog creamy feeling. That if you like eggnog, I mean, for me, I feel like the other ones that you're referring to are a little like runnier, I guess, or thinner. Okay, I don't like that. I like the creamier version.
Okay, I need to go get that one then. Okay.
Ugly sweaters or Christmas pajamas?
Christmas pajamas.
Yeah, you did talk about that. I love a
Christmas pajama situation. Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you could have any gift in the world, what would it be?
I think I answered this already, but like a trip somewhere.
Where would you like to go?
Let's see. I either want to do Japan because I still haven't done it, or Ghana. I really want to do Christmas in Ghana, New Year's in Ghana. I need that.
Ooh.
I need that in my life. Mm-hmm. You know, Ghana turns up for New Year's. I have to be there.
I love that. Good to know. Yeah. I need to put that on my list as well. Yes. All right. That is it for the 2-minute drill. You did it. That was easy. Look. I kept it simple. I was gonna ask some crazy questions, but I was like, nah, we're gonna keep it real life for Christmas. We'll do the crazy ones for New Year's.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Let's do that. And both of us are gonna do the 2-minute drill.
Yes, that'll be fun.
For New Year's. Yes.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening to our Christmas episode. We hope y'all really enjoyed it.
We hope y'all had an amazing holiday.
Yes. Merry Christmas to all of our listeners. Thank you for being a gift to us, for listening to us. Please make sure to reach out to us. Let us know what you love. Let us know what you think. And any suggestions. We would love to hear from you. But until then, Merry Christmas. And we'll see you next time.
Merry Christmas.